I feel like I'm on an infomercial for an air fryer. Hello, today we are making 4 beginner air fryer recipes. It's going to be breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert. Let's do it. Our first recipe is cheesy baked eggs. They are so easy. We've got our cheese, we've got our eggs. So we're just gonna crack them into a greased ramekin. This is an 8-ounce ramekin, so it holds about a cup of liquid. We've got our 2 eggs. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper. And you don't have to beat these, but I'm going to. Scooch that over. Now we need our cheese. This is smoked Gouda. It smells so good. You want about an ounce of cheese per ramekin. And you could make 4 of these. I bet you 4 would fit in the air fryer, in this air fryer. You want to chop your cheese, or you could grate it. I'm just going to chop it. And you can use whatever cheese you want. You could use cheddar, mozzarella, whatever you want to use. I like it chunky. So let's bring our eggs back over here and toss in our cheese evenly around. And now a little something unexpected. Some bagel seasoning. Everything bagel seasoning. That is, come out. Okay, man, that was easy. Let's air fry it. We've got our air fryer. Put it in. I didn't preheat it. I don't think it's necessary for this recipe. So we're gonna air fry this. 400, and my air fryer is on Celsius and I don't know how to change it. So that would be 200 Celsius for about 15 or so minutes. That's it. Easy peasy. Okay, the timer just went off. Look at that. So it's hot. Be careful. And let's dive in. Oh, it's so puffy. Oh, and cheesy. 15 minutes might have been, I don't know. I think it's good. You don't want it to be undercooked. Try a bite. It's hot. That is good. Perfectly seasoned, cooked very, maybe you could have done like 13 minutes would have been better. 13 minutes, ooh, that's good. Tasty, so good. Okay, let's move on to lunch. Okay, lunch is bacon wrapped chicken tenders. Super easy. But first, I have a magic trick. So I have some chicken tenders here, and they've got that tendon in them, which is just awful. I hate it. But so let's remove it. So the easiest way I do that is I grab the tendon with a paper towel, and then I stick my fork, put the tendon in between the fork tines like that. And then I pull the paper towel, and then I push the chicken down and rip the tendon out. I'm going to do that again. We've got our chicken tenders. Removed the tendon. So now let's season them. Got salt, pepper, a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of dried oregano, a little bit of garlic powder, and a little bit of smoked paprika. Let's flip them and do the same thing on the other side. Now we can wrap them with a piece of bacon. Clean hands. In the air fryer they go. $400. For about 10 or so minutes. Okay, our chicken tenders are ready. Let's get them on a plate. They look scrumptious and they're hot. I know they're delicious and they would be so good dipped in, they are so good dipped in honey mustard or ketchup or whatever dipping sauces you like, ranch. Delicious. So let's set these to the side and let's work on dinner. Okay, for dinner, we are going to make a air fryer steak bites salad. So I've got 1 pound of top sirloin and I've cut it into cubes. So I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of avocado oil. I think 1 tablespoon is actually sufficient. I'm going to season with salt and pepper. A half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I'm just going to eyeball it. Let's toss it all about. And if you have time, let these marinate for about an hour just to get all of those flavors in there. That's going to give you the best flavor. So let's get these in the air fryer. You don't want to dump it in there because all of the juices would go in there too, and you really don't want that. So put them in there with your tongs. Put them in an even layer. These are going to air fry for about 10 minutes, and you want to shake them halfway through. 10 minutes at 400. If you haven't noticed, I just do 400 for just about everything. That's it. Okay, our steak is done, and it looks delicious. And I cooked it for a little bit shorter time because I do not like overcooked steak. And as you can see, they still got a good browning on them. They're still really, really delicious, but really, really hot. So let's cool it off and then I'll take a bite. Mmm. Yum. Those are perfect. So I did 6 minutes and I shook it halfway through. Perfection. Perfect on a salad. These will be perfect on a salad, or just, with like a side of something, or a side salad, side of vegetables, whatever you like. So now let's move on to the final course, which is dessert. So for our dessert, we're going to make a keto mug cake, but it's a lava cake. So we're going to start with, we have a ramekin, the same type of ramekin we used for the eggs. And I've got a tablespoon of butter and I'm going to melt it in the microwave. So I've got the butter melted. So now we're just going to swirl the butter around the inside of the ramekin so it gets coated nicely. And now we're going to put all of the things in to make our cake. We need 3 tablespoons of almond flour, 2 tablespoons of sweetener. You can use a keto sweetener, you can use sugar if you don't want keto. One tablespoon of cocoa powder, a half teaspoon of baking powder, splash of vanilla, and 1 egg. So let's mix this all up very well. Make sure you get it mixed really well. Use a spatula to get the bottom and sides scraped. And now I've got a dark chocolate baking bar, but you could use whatever chocolate you want. And I'm going to put 4 squares of it. Ooh, they changed the way their chocolate looks. So actually I'm only going to put 2 squares because these are much bigger than they used to be. You want to sink them right into the center like that. And it's okay if they don't cover over, if the batter doesn't cover them. As it cooks, it's going to rise and it will cover it. We've got our clean air fryer basket here. So in the air fryer it goes. So for this recipe, I'm actually going to do 350, which is 175 degrees Celsius. And I'm going to start with 10 minutes and we'll check it. Okay, our mug cake is done, or lava cake. So we got to get it out of this ramekin. I already used a spatula to kind of make sure that it wasn't sticking on the sides. The thing with these mug cakes is they are so much easier to get out of the ramekin when they're microwaved versus when they're cooked in the oven or in the air fryer. I don't know why. It's a strange phenomenon. I'm sure there's some science behind it. So I'm going to flip it onto my plate and hopefully it comes out. Oh, yay! And I've got some powdered sweetener in this, and I can just sprinkle some on just to make it pretty. And just like with the eggs, you could put 4 ramekins in my air fryer. So this would be a good dessert for 4 people. And now the moment of truth. Is it actually molten? It should be, but we'll see. Oh, I see some chocolate in there. Ooh, yum. It's fudgy. You can see the chocolate starting to melt on the middle. It's hot. That's good. Okay, that's it. That's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed my 4 beginner recipes for your air fryer. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.